Peter Tatchell, my next guest, has been a most influential man in the affairs of the British. Oh, there he is, trying to perform a citizen's arrest on Robert Mugabe. That's something any man should be proud of. Most of what he says these days sounds like conventional wisdom, but it wasn't when he arrived in London from Melbourne all those years ago, and he helped make it conventional. I disagree with him on all manner of things, but if you're a betting man, put your money on Peter, because things are far more likely to go his way than mine. In the UK, that is. Abroad, it's tougher sledding. Peter's just back from Qatar, where he organised that country's first LGBT demo. That's consistent with what Peter Tatchell has believed all his life.
Hi, my name's Graham Thompson. Got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I'm going to sound a bit cruddy. Just a quick video to announce Mark Steyn's self-inclusion in the GB News Peterphilia Hall of Shame. So this is him the other night with Peter Tatchell on, absolutely slobbering all over him. I won't say anything further than that. My channel covers every which way how Peter Tatchell is on record as being Britain's paedophile enabler in chief, and here Mark Steyn has Peter Tatchell on, lauding his bravery in going to Qatar to protest its record on persecution of homosexuals. And Mr. Tatchell is without doubt a hugely brave man, but he's a hugely brave man in pursuit of bolstering his Jimmy Savile mask of virtue to advance his paedophile cause. Did Mr. Steyn bring up that Peter Tatchell wants people locked up for up to 10 years if they give prayer and counselling to child sex abuse victims who don't want to be homosexual? One would have thought that would have been remarkably relevant when he is protesting about Qatar locking up homosexuals. Well, I think I've already given a clue that he didn't. So, whatever the opposite of well done, Mark Steyn. And he joins Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage has similarly slobbered all over this blatant beast. Mark Steyn has done a lot of work covering the appalling abuse of Muslim grooming gangs and mainstream media complicity in shying away from that, in having enabled it. But he is 100% complicit in doing promo work for Britain's paedophile enabler in chief. Just like, I think, just about every other presenter on GB News. This is why abolition of the age of consent is coming sooner, not later. You absolute disgrace, Mark Steyn. What Mark Steyn did in having Mr. Tatchell on is exactly like having one of the Rotherham child abusers on and lauding him over some campaign against anti-Muslim bigotry. Exactly the same thing. Sort yourself out big time, Mr. Steyn.
Detained against their will and subjected to abusive attempts to turn them straight.